everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and I'm here with a review for Goosebumps Terror in Little Creek on Xbox. Now this released on the 29th of the 8th, 2025, developed by PH Collective and published by Game Mill Entertainment, and I was lucky enough to send a copy for this review, so huge thank you to them for that. Now, this is an Xbox Play Anywhere title, but it's only on like current gen, so it's like Xbox Series X, NES, and PC. And it's the newest game in the world of Goosebumps. Now, if you don't know what Goosebumps are, they are young adult sort of spooky horror books that I used to love as a kid. You can read them from about the age of 8 onwards, and they're by R.L. Stine, and it's all about spooky monsters, ghosts, everything you can think of. There's something in the world of R.L. Stine that he's created in this book series. There's been tons of them, tons and tons and tons. Now, there hasn't been a good Goosebumps game in quite a while. There was one that was like a point-and-click adventure game that came out back on the 360, I believe, and it was really good. But other than that, I think the last one we had was a VR game, and apart from having Jack Black's voice in it as Slappy from the Goosebumps movies, there was not much to write home about. It wasn't a good game. Now, Terror in Little Creek is actually a good game, and I've quite enjoyed it. Now, this sees you playing as this girl called Sloane, and she's stuck in this little creek, this creepy town with all these mysteries and stuff, and her friends have got to basically save the town. Now, this is an original story. It's basically inspired by some of the books and things like that. There are some nods to other Goosebumps stories and things like that, which is quite nice, a lot of Easter eggs. But this is basically a kind of like a puzzle survival game. You play it in third person, you've got a flashlight, and you'll end up with like a little, I don't want to say gun, it's it shoots things, and I can't remember the name of it. And you'll go around with this, and you'll be shooting enemies using different pellets in it, and stuff like smoke pellets or noise pellets to distract enemies. There are a whole host of different areas in the town you can go to, including the library, the graveyard. You end up in the theatre, in the museum, facing off against a whole host of creepy monsters and stuff like that. Now, this is one of those ones where you have to sneak about. So you'll sort of sneak around and crouch behind things, hide under tables, hide in cabinets and stuff like that to avoid detection. It's very much like actual horror games, but it's like your child's first foray into it. It's like my first survival horror game. It's not super scary. It's bright and colourful. It looks like Goosebumps. But there are some sections where obviously you're going to be chased by enemies. You have to hide or just outright avoid them or defeat them. Now, to get through the game, there's a ton of puzzles. I will say most of the puzzles are quite straightforward. However, there's a couple of sections in the game where if you do not listen to what the characters are saying, like you press A too quickly to run through the dialogue, you may miss something of importance, and it could be really obvious and you just totally miss it. So while it is aimed at kids, this game, just bear that in mind. They may need a little help to find certain things or just realise what they're doing. So you might want to sit with them if they're quite young or they're younger when you play it. But other than that, it's quite straightforward. It's a lot of finding items, finding clues and notes and stuff, which will then help you complete the puzzles. Usually multi-stage puzzles. You end up with these little like boss fights or like boss evasions where you'll summon a monster. You'll have to keep away from them while doing stuff to beat them and save your friends. Eventually head into like a final fight, and there is quite a nice little misdirection sort of twist in the middle. I thought was quite good. The voice acting's pretty good as well. Like I say, it's all fully voice acted. Got some decent voice actors in it as well. Only problem is it's quite short. Now, for kids, they'll probably spend quite a while on it, but for a normal person who's not the worst at games, you can get through this in under 4 hours easily, if not less. The achievements are pretty straightforward. I mean, by about 2/3 of the way through the game, I'd pretty much unlocked all the achievements, bar a couple. And there is multiple endings, which is really cool. So there's like a good ending and a bad ending, depending on like what happens. I'll not spoil it, but there are multiple endings, so there were achievements for both. So there is a bit of replayability there as well, which is nice. The game itself is $34.99 normally. There is a $39.99 Frightmare edition. Now, the Frightmare edition includes the base game and then a mask pack with 5 monster heads, so Slappy, Haunted Mask, the Lawn Gnome, Werewolf, and Jack-o'-lanterns, and a matching slingshot. And that's the word I couldn't remember earlier, your slingshot weapon, your shooty thing. You also get a 3D model viewer and a concept art gallery as well. The masks are quite cool. I mean, they don't do anything, they just change what your slingshot and your mask look like, your head looks like, and some of the cutscenes it does disappear, which is a shame, but the rest of the time it is there. But like I say, it is an extra fiver, so just bear that in mind. Now, if you're a fan of Goosebumps, you'll probably like this. Like I say, it's one of the better Goosebumps games. If you like puzzle games and with a little bit of like survival in it, like having to complete puzzles while evading capture and being like hunted, you'll probably enjoy this one. It's just a little short. That's the only downside. But there's so much opportunity here. Like I said, there's a pretty decent sized open world town that you can backtrack through and everything like that. You have this magic book later on, which allows you to access new areas, and you have to sort of revisit earlier areas in the game with that, which is nice. But they could easily add more to this, expand on it with new little side stories and DLC missions and stuff. I think that'd be really cool. More Goosebumps is always welcome. But it's a solid base, and I hope either they expand on it or they double up their efforts and make it longer next time, because it's just too short, and once you're finally like really into it, it's over. But like I say, it's available right now on basically every platform. I played it on my Series X, had no problems with it. Does mean, like, because I got it digitally, that I can play it on my PC as well, which is nice. But like I say, if you've got a PS5 or PC, you can get it on them as well. So check it out, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you soon for more gaming content, guys. Thanks for watching.